It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions under the lights on Monday night.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Able to get it to Barkley. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Sending a receiver left. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. DJ Reed brings him down that time. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
2nd and 10 now. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throwing for Hurts. He's got a man left. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Motioning one of the tight ends. Barkley has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Craig Reynolds to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Sidney Brown in on that stop. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few bluebirds.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Able to find Dotson here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First and 10, here's Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Hurts throwing again. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Tackled by Jack Campbell. Only a couple of yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Goff. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 10-0 ball game. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Goff. That's St. Brown working the sideline, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Zach Bond with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 37. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. He's running with it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Running back sent in motion left. From the pistol, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. This one finds Goddard. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Taken in by Smith. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
it's all set for the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Lions get ready to return to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Dukes out a 1-stop. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions are on the move here. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle. Second and 3 now. Looking to throw, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Motioning the tight end now. Goff now on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. He finds Laporta. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Goff. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions tie it just before halftime. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Fox now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Goff on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Goff to the air now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Lions readying for the punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing here, Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first down, Hurts. Barkley's got it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. They give to Dillon now on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good, and they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. And now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Gibbs. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Zach Bond with the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Back now, pressure on its way. He beams one deep right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punting unit out now. Jack Fox will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
First down, a run with Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Eagles football trying to carry this lead across the finish line. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Hurts to throw. And the Lions get him. Down he goes. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Hurts looking to throw. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A very short kick here from the right hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. This return makes it up to the 25. The Lions offense returning to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motioning right. On 1st down, it's Goff. Finds Laporta. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Off play action, Goff. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Running it after the penalty. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. So 5 yards there, but still 1 in the hole. It's 3rd and 11.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the pistol, Hurts. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Hurts. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts throwing again. That's into the hands of Barkley. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And he's able to push forward to the 25. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts now from the gun. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way. Players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes out to the left. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Now Hurts. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He's back to throw. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed out now for Detroit. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goff. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions 8 points behind. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Goff setting to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. And the next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here he is to throw. Laporta with the grab. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll send their tight end right. Throwing now. Patrick with the catch. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. He'll look to throw it. And he sails that one over the end zone.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on fourth down.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.